How's it going, everybody? Tom here with Keto Lifestyle, and today we're going to be making an almond chocolate fat bomb. Now you can get as creative with these as you want. You can make them look like little Reese's peanut butter cups, but for the sake of just simplicity, I'm just going to layer it. So we're going to have a layer of chocolate and a layer of peanut butter. So first things first, let's get started on the chocolate. But before that, you are going to make sure you have some muffin pans to make that. I'm using silicone ones. If you do not have silicone, you're definitely going to want some of these little paper liners, otherwise you're going to have a hard time getting them out of the tray. But with that, let's get started on the chocolate layer. Now, as always, the recipe is going to be linked in the description, but for the chocolate layer, we're going to do 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. We are using the dark chocolate version here, but you can use whatever you want. We're going to do about half a teaspoon of vanilla, half a teaspoon of erythritol, and then about 5 drops of liquid stevia. Now, I also went ahead and added a little bit of salt in there just because I like my chocolate with a little bit of salt to it. But once this is all mixed up, you're going to go ahead and add this to your muffin pans. This will make 6 of them, so just spread this evenly across these 6 muffin holes that you are going to be using. Alright, so as soon as you're done evenly distributing the chocolate layer and spreading it out in the pan, you're going to go ahead and stick that into the fridge while you work on the almond butter layer. Side note here, you can use peanut butter if you want, but I like the macros of almonds a lot better than the macros of peanuts. So for the almond butter layer, we're going to start off with 1 tablespoon of melted butter, two tablespoons of almond butter, half a teaspoon of erythritol, and then we're going to do 10 drops of liquid stevia. So now we've mixed all that up, the almond butter layer is ready to go. I went ahead and pulled out the muffin pan from our fridge, and the chocolate layer is starting to harden. It's hard enough to where they're not going to mix. So now we're going to go ahead and split this evenly across these 6 fat bombs that we're making. Now that we have added the second layer to the dish, we're going to actually stick it back in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to an hour. It kind of just depends, but you're just going to want these to be hard by the time you eat them. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put the macros for this right here. And I'll check in with you guys in about an hour when these things are hard. So these things have been in the fridge for about an hour, and I went ahead and just popped them out of the tray. With a silicone, it's really easy. You just kind of push on the bottom and it pops out. So we're going to go ahead and give them a little taste test here. Now they're nice and soft, and mine are a little bit bitter because we did use the dark chocolate version, but if you use the regular cocoa powder, it'll be just fine. But these are great. They're a great way to get your fats up. Now, if you wanted to get them a little bit higher, you can use coconut oil instead of the butter, but I think the butter tastes better because coconut oil does have a lot more, or a little bit more calories per tablespoon. So I really highly recommend you guys make these if you need a way to get your fats up. That being said, I'm usually okay. I'm usually able to get my fats through like meats and sources like that, but if you really need a way to get your fats up, go ahead and give these things a try. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. It really does help me out a lot. And if you want to share this recipe with somebody you know that's on keto, that really helps me out just as much. If you like the video, go ahead and leave it a like. And any questions about the recipe, anything like that, go ahead and leave them in the comments section. I will get back to you. So with that, I'll see you in the next one.